Hey, hi, welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. This is going to be for my 4th place Remote Duels Locals Galaxy-eyes deck. I got this because we've got the new support recently in the Legendary Collection, Legendary Duelist Season 2 set. And I just thought I'd just show it off and give this a go, and actually ended up doing pretty well with it. Like I said, came 4th place of 12, so it's pretty good. And I've got these here just because I do run a card that does generate tokens, and these are handy to have. Yeah, just obviously like you normally do, just get straight into the profile. So, we run 3 copies of Galaxy-eyes Photon Dragon. This is main, you don't use it for the main monster itself, you just got to use it for main combos and everything. And unfortunately you need to run 3 of this, so that's the reason why we got it at 3. But it works out okay, and just as it could be in your hand, could be anywhere else, it's not really dead in any situation. Then the card that pretty much brought me my main victories, Galaxy-eyes Afterglow Dragon. This is the newest support for the archetype. So what it does is, if you control a Galaxy-eyes monster, you can summon it from your hand in defense, and then if it's attached as an XYZ material, you can take a Galaxy-eyes from your hand or deck and either summon it or attach it to an XYZ monster's material, and then if you use this effect during the battle phase, you double the attack of all number monsters you control. So there is a potential to decay with this, which was basically the way I was able to win those matches, which I can get to momentarily and explain it, but very, very handy card. 3 Brave, some people opt to just run like maybe the 1 or not at all. I think having it at 3 is good because it's your handy means you're getting an extra level 8 on board. It's also handy for your trading targets, so you can't really go too wrong with it in that regard. And last level 8s, we got 2 Galaxy Knights. We don't want to have too many normal sums of this, and this is probably the most important one that you have to get your combos going. Summons a Galaxy-eyes Photon Dragon from the graveyard if you can do that, and you can also summon this without tributing if you control a Galaxy or Photon monster. So you've got plenty of means of getting that out if you have the right means. And then that's it for level 8s. For other levels, we've got the 3 Galaxy Soldier, which people generally use for the Cyber Dragon over Infinity combo, but you can use this in order to get your other things going. Like if you want to get to Galaxy Knight, then you can actually summon a monster negate, so you don't have to worry about Nibiru by your 4th summon, so that's pretty handy there. But yeah, just very versatile for this deck because it just searches out any Galaxy monster. You do need to be careful with some of these searches because they do list certain restrictions, like some of them say Galaxy cards, some of them say Galaxy monsters, some of them say Photon or Galaxy stuff, so just bear that in mind. 3 Photon Vanisher, again, this is just an extender. You can't normal summon him, but you can special summon if you control Photon or Galaxy monster, and then you search out a Galaxy-eyes Photon Dragon immediately from your deck, which you then use for your combos and everything, so that's an extra thing for the extender. That's the reason why you have him at 3, but he is an easy sort of siding target if we ever need to do anything else, because he's not, it's not essential. And then 3 Photon Orbital, just again, it's a searcher, you get it equipped to a Photon or Galaxy monster, and then just send it to the grave to search out any one of your Photon or Galaxy monsters. It's just perfect for the archetype, and it's just annoying the fact that he was so expensive for such a long time, but luckily I got him when he was brand new, so I got him for a much cheaper price. And then the last monster I run for the deck is the 1 Galaxy Cleric, just my own personal tech. So its effect is that if it's normal or special summoned, you get to target 5 Galaxy or Photon cards in your graveyard with different names, and it has to be different names, and then you shuffle them back into your deck, and then you get to draw 2 cards. So it's a nice pot of Avarice for the thing if you don't have your Galaxy Knight for your normal summon, so this is a handy thing there. And he has an extra effect where he can attach himself as a XYZ material to a Galaxy or Photon monster you control if you want to, but I never use that effect, so that's that. And then that is it on the monster count. For the spells, we run the 3 Photon Sanctuary. This gets you 2 Photon tokens, which you use for your link plays and everything, for things like Union Carrier, Soul Flare Dragon, whatever, or you can use it as a target for your Orbital in order to equip stuff to it. Just bear in mind that when you use this, you are locked into summoning only light monsters during the turn, so you just got to bear that in mind with it, but it doesn't really matter the majority of the time. But yeah, I think it's essential to run at 3 for this deck. Then 3 Expedition, just summons any one of your level 5 or higher Galaxy or Photons from your deck. If you have a level 5 or higher Photon Galaxy on the field, which can be, your Afterglow, it can be your Galaxy Soldier if you need to get to the Infinity play, and whatever else, just again another suitable 3 for this deck. 3 Trade-in, we run enough level 8s in order to use the effect to its full potential, just digging through in order to get your combo pieces. 2 XYZ-import, I never saw this in my matchups, but I thought it was a handy thing to have as an extra thing. So what this does is it basically takes one monster your opponent controls that has lower or equal attack to an Xyz monster you control and just attaches it as an Xyz material. Just had the extra tech I thought could be handy, but like I said, I never saw this. But again, it's good just in case. And then we just have one also for the spells for the rest of it. One Galaxy Trance. Summons you a Photon from your graveyard and a Galaxy from your deck. And then essentially that's what you use in order to get to your extra combo plays and stuff in order to try and, you know, get through your opponent's stuff. And it does lock you into Photons or Galaxies for the rest of the turn, and you can only activate one in a turn. Galaxy 0, your Premature Burial for the archetype, just special summons a Galaxy or Photon from the graveyard in attack, which again you use for combos. One Rotor just to get to your Vanisher, and if you need to, again, never saw this. One Call by the Grave because we don't like hand traps. Monster Reborn because we can benefit from it a lot. And one Card Destruction, which I was able to use once, just for extra digging purposes for trading, doesn't become active. And then that's it for the spells. And then finally, for we have 2 traps in this, and that is Tachyon Transmigration. So this is essentially just a nutty Omni Negate, which stops anything else in the chain beforehand for your opponent, and then every card that's negated gets shuffled back into the deck for your opponent. And becomes a hand trap if you control a Galaxy-eyes Tachyon Dragon monster, which is just absolutely ridiculous, but I never had it in that case, but I was able to use it a couple of times to stop my opponent's things, and just extra negates is always a handy thing, and having this as a counter trap is even better. So yeah, so that does it for the monsters, the main deck. Moving on to the side. So for Monster Hate, since we are trying to OTK, we want to be able to make sure our opponent has something that we can attack over. So we do run 5 Kaijus, which are the level 8 ones, 3 Gameciel, and then the 2 Gadarla, because they're the weaker ones, and then 2 Nibiru, in case we have to deal with monster spam. The Kaijus did help me out a lot against the Dark Magician lineup, so I was able to OTK in that regard. And then for back row hate, I guess it goes against Elder Lich, I decided to put in 2 Denko Sekkas because it's light, so it doesn't matter too much with that sort of thing. It just meant the back row was not active anymore. And then Feather Duster, again, just do with those. 3 Cosmic Cyclones, which I saw quite a fair bit. It helped me out against a Madolche player. And then the one with Reboot, just in case. And then this thing, which I only had just in case I went against, there can only be one. Lancelot goes like the Underworld, but I never saw it because nobody was running it. Just the idea is that you have the Warrior type Galaxy Knight with the Dragon type Galaxy-eyes, and then just overlay into this, and then you can do some damage, and it does have negates itself. So that's an extra handy little thing right there. Then moving on to the extra deck. So we've got a mixture of things here. So the main monsters we went into, we have the number 90 Galaxy-eyes Photon Lord, which is essentially, it's a monster negate, and then it's a searcher during your opponent's turn for any Galaxy or Photon card. You can either add it to your hand or attach it as material. You only use this to search out Galaxy Trance during your opponent's first turn stuff to get you ready. And then the main thing that you have for the OTK potential, which I'll just explain real quick, is the Prime Photon Dragon. So you basically summon this with at least Afterglow as a material, and then the idea is that you have it like this. You go into the battle phase, attack to one of your opponent's attack position monsters, and then during damage calc you activate your Photon Dragon's effect, detaching the Afterglow, which increases its attack combined to the total number of ranks on the field times 200. So it'll, if it's the only one, it'll at least gain 1600 extra attacks to 56, and then Afterglow's effects activates, which lets you take the Galaxy-eyes, and then if you already have one as material, you can just summon it, but if you don't, you attach it on, and then its attack becomes doubled. So it goes up to over 10,000 at that point, and then generally that's majority of the case OTKs right there. But you do need to be careful though, because you do need to have a Galaxy-eyes as material for this in order to do the full damage, because if you don't, the damage is only halved. So just something to bear in mind with that. But yeah, this is the thing that basically just helped me win so many games with having these two in the combo with each other. It's just absolutely ridiculous how good these are together. But yeah, we do have other things in the extra deck as well. Cipher Dragon, snatch steals your opponent's stuff. We never use most of these. Hope Harbinger, Titanic Galaxy, because this stops spells, so that could be helpful against stuff like Sky Strikers later game. Full Armor Dragon just pops face up stuff. Cipher Blade Dragon, which you combo with this to pop anything. And then a combo you have is Oblivion. If you have enough monsters in order to use, you use its effect, detaching its material, in order to special summon a Chaos 107, and then attaching 107 as material. And then you have 2 other monsters on the field and monsters your opponent controls which are in attack position. Then use C107's effect to detach, negate the effects, tribute to your monsters, and then attack 3 times per game. That's the idea behind it, but again, I never ever saw that, but it was handy there just in case. Then extra things we have is Stylish Photon Blast Dragon, summons the Galaxy-eyes from hand in order to get through your plays and everything to extend stuff, but again, never ever saw this. And then, like I said before, Nova and Infinity, which you use for 2 Galaxy Soldiers, extra negates. And then Lynx, we have the Satellite Dragon, which you use in combination with the C107. You banish this in order to increase its attack by its number times 100, which again just is another OTK potential thing there, but again, never ever saw this, and it doesn't help the fact that this is a dark as well. I wish it was a light. Union Carrier, use 2 Photon tokens, link them to this, equip this with a Photon Orbital, and then send it to search. And then finally, the Galaxy-eyes Soulflare Dragon, which you recycle stuff, and it's the thing where you can pop your opponent's special summon monsters during their main phase, and that's always a handy thing to have, but it has to be that or 2 Galaxy and or Photon cards in that regard. But yeah, that's that. So, like I said, very, very fun deck. I like this quite a lot, and I was very happy with the results that I had at the end of it. So yeah, that's all there is with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I shall catch you next time for whatever I do next. So long, take care.